Today, I'd like to share with you the City Commission's recently approved Ball Field Improvement Program. On Monday, the City Commission approved a $2.1 million Ball Field Improvement Program at the recommendation of the Excess Sales Tax Committee. I'm going to go over what that program includes and how we plan to fund it with excess sales tax. This is an exciting investment opportunity for the City of El Dorado, as we will look to put significant dollars into our baseball and softball field complexes, all for the benefit of our community. All right, so let's dive into the city's Ball Field Improvement Program so that you can understand more about what it's going to do and how it's going to be funded. But first, let's talk a little bit about the existing 1-cent sales tax. El Dorado citizens have enthusiastically supported the 1-cent sales tax since its inception in 1990. And we are very appreciative of the support the community has given this sales tax, as we are able to do a lot of things for the benefit of the community as a result of it. So the retailers in our community collect a 1% sales tax on retail sales occurring within our corporate limits. These funds are then invested in the community on various public projects and initiatives, one of which will be the Ball Field Improvement Program that I will discuss momentarily. In October of 2019, the city revised the structure, and that structure will then end in September of 2024, unless, of course, it is extended by voters in November of 2023. So let's talk a little bit about the structure of the existing 1-cent sales tax. The current structure allocates funds in the following manner. $1.65 million go to property tax reduction. This is the equivalent of about 17 mils on your property tax bill and helps ensure that property taxes stay low to provide government services to the community. $600,000 then goes to street rehabilitation, and this can be divided up two ways. $500,000 is allocated towards major street maintenance, which is our mill and overlay program we do on an annual basis. And then $100,000 is allocated toward minor street repairs, which would be potholes, crack sealing, and such like that. Finally, $100,000 of our sales tax goes towards economic development efforts. Now, any dollars that are in excess of those funds that I just mentioned, or $2.35 million, is assigned to special projects that are approved by the City Commission. The Excess Sales Tax Committee reviews project proposals, and they make a recommendation to the City Commission for the use of those excess funds. Now, sales tax has actually been trending quite positively this past year, as this slide here shows. Through September, the city has brought in $2.4 million and is projected to bring in more than $3 million for the first time in city history. Again, this is because of our community supporting our community by shopping local, and those dollars then generate sales tax, which we can then use on a variety of different projects. So again, thank you for shopping local in support of our businesses, and thank you for supporting our sales tax. So this slide, while a little cumbersome, explains the existing balance in the excess sales tax funds that the Excess Sales Tax Committee has available to allocate toward projects. In 2021, there were $2.9 million of total sales tax. We take out the property tax reduction, the street rehabilitation dollars, and the economic development dollars, and then we add back in projects that did not spend their total allocation, which includes a fire station door project, bike path solar light project, and a cemetery road paving project. So when you do all that math, at the end of the formula, you'll see that the total excess sales tax that's available for 2022 is $730,470. So the Ball Field Improvement Program. The Ball Field Improvement Program will invest about $2 million into our baseball and softball facilities, which I'll explain how that's going to break out now. So at East Park, we're going to invest about $546,000 in various improvements throughout that facility. The biggest of those projects is going to be a concession stand / restroom facility at a cost that's estimated to be about $300,000. We're also going to put in new fences, some bleacher pads, some scoreboards, backstops and bullpens, and shade structures to really enhance East Park facilities. At Central Field, we will be doing a similar restroom type facility We'll also be doing some field fences repair and replacement. We'll be replacing the scoreboards and some lighting, doing some backstops, irrigation and shade structures, again, to really make these facilities newer and to invest in some facility pieces that are needing to be replaced. And then finally, McDonald Stadium, which is going to be the bulk of the funds, requires turf and mound replacement and to the tune of about $315,000. The outfield fence will be replaced to the tune of about $200,000. We'll do some facade updating, some bleachers, some building improvements, and we'll also replace the scoreboard and backstop, and that will total just under $1 million. So if you recall, at the beginning of the numbers discussion, I mentioned that there were about $730,000 in excess sales tax funds available for 2022. The three facilities that I mentioned, East Park, Central, and McDonald Stadium, total more than that. So what gives? Well, as this slide shows, we're going to spend $546,000 at East Park, $610,000 at Central, and $906,000 at McDonald Stadium for about $2 million, a little over $2 million. The idea is that we're going to take excess sales tax dollars over the next couple of years and pay for these projects. The City Commission had historically been setting aside dollars to make improvements to these facilities, but then came to the realization that to do so was not going to allow the improvements to be done in a timely manner. So by allocating excess sales tax dollars over a multi-year period, we can get the projects done and allow the community to take advantage of them more immediately. As the slide at the bottom of this, or the table, or chart rather, at the bottom of this shows, we're going to allocate $630,000 and then $670,000 in the first 2 years of the program, and then in 2024 and 2025, we'll allocate about $425,000 to get these projects fully funded and paid for. These numbers are put together with some conservative estimates based upon our existing sales tax trajectory, which gives us some flexibility to allocate additional sales tax dollars to other projects beyond baseball and softball fields. But it will allow the majority of these funds to be allocated to baseball and softball facilities so that we can really get these projects completed and get our ball fields invested in a manner that is representative of the community. And of course, we will be using funds, the bulk of the funds, the $730,000 that I mentioned earlier, for these improvements, so some of these numbers do change a little bit in that manner. We will also be looking to partner with Butler Community College and USD 490 for some dollars that they may be able to allocate to this as well as they use these facilities for their baseball and softball teams as well. So it does sound like a lot of money, $2 million for these facilities, but be rest assured that the improvements are needed, and if they're not done now, they will eventually need to be done in the near future as these facilities continue to age and the infrastructure continues to wear down. So in essence, what we're doing is we are doing the projects with future dollars. We're going to pay them back over a period of years with those excess sales tax dollars so that we can get the projects done and allow our community to take advantage of those efforts. And so that is our ball field improvement program that we plan to fund with excess sales tax dollars. Again, it does seem like a lot of money, but the commission believes that this is a good and appropriate use of our sales tax dollars to ensure that our facilities for softball and baseball continue to meet the needs and expectations of our community, both now and in the future. So once again, thank you for your support, and we will see you in the future.